Okay, greetings one and all, and welcome to this evening's classes. This is day number what? Day number 3, week. We are in week 12, spring 2024 of our journey together, and it's definitely a delight. It's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here for this evening's class. What I need us to do is let's set up properly. Today is what? Wednesday, so set up. Today is Wednesday the 27th. Wednesday the 27th of March, 2024. Our subject is, of course, mathematics. And the topic is, we're still doing inequalities, right? Inequalities. And so, where's Aaliyah? Aaliyah, where are you? Aaliyah Store.
Yes, sir.
I didn't see you finish the simultaneous equations. I think you was like at 80 something, 82 or something like that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I need you to, do you understand how to do it, or you having some problems?
I understand it.
Okay, so I need you to bring your smart score up to 100, and then I'll send you the next one to do. So when we look at inequalities, there are certain symbols that we learned yesterday, and I want us to go over the symbols before we move forward. The first symbol goes like this. What does this symbol represent? Anyone can remember? What does this symbol represent?
Greater than.
Greater than, very good, greater than. This symbol represents greater than. And what does this symbol represent? What does this symbol represent?
Less than.
Less than. So this symbol is greater than. This symbol is less than. And how about this symbol?
Equal to.
Equal to, equal to. What if we have something like this? What do you have this sign with a line underneath? What does that mean?
Greater than or equal to.
Greater than or equal to. And with this symbol, if you have this symbol with a line underneath, what does that mean?
Less than or equal to.
Less than or equal to.
Very good, less than or equal to. All right, so we're gonna begin our discussion with inequalities part 2. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna be looking at different questions involving inequalities, just reinforcing what we did yesterday, to make sure that we can solidify exactly what we're talking about when we're looking at inequalities. All right, so just write down these examples and we're gonna walk through each one of them together. All right, so let's go ahead with our examples. Okay. So for this one, for these examples, we wanna actually circle. So we wanna circle the values which satisfy the inequality. And so let's go ahead and consider these questions. Write these down for me. We're gonna number them so that we could be on the same page. The first question says, well, the general instructions is to circle the possible values that satisfy each of the inequalities. So we're gonna call this one, oh, it's already numbered. This is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And so we're gonna do number 1 together. Right, so let's go ahead and do number 1 together. So when we read number 1, right, we read it as x is greater than 7. Again, x is greater than 7. Which of these numbers is going to be able to satisfy the inequality x is greater than 7? Which numbers?
8.
8. Very good.
Yes.
8. So we're gonna circle the 8. Does the 2 satisfy the inequality?
No,
Does the
sir.
2 satisfy? No, the 2 does not satisfy the inequality because 2 is smaller than 7. So let's put an X on that. How about 6? Does the 6 satisfy the inequality? The
No,
answer
sir.
is no. No, 6 doesn't satisfy the inequality because 6 is too small. And same thing with 5. 5 does not satisfy the inequality. The only one that satisfies the inequality is going to be 8. So 8 satisfies the inequality, so that's correct. Because the expression is x is greater than 7. X is greater than 7. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Do we understand number 1? Let me know if you understand number 1, please. Again, let me know if you understand number 1.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, good. So x is greater than 7. That's going to be able to satisfy the inequality is 8. Okay, so let's go to this one. How do we read this? Let me know how do we read this? Again, how do we read this question?
X is
Um,
is
go ahead, say again.
X is less than or equal to 10.
Very good. X is less than or equal to 10. X is less than or equal to 10. Which numbers satisfy this inequality? X is less than or equal to 10. Which numbers satisfy this inequality? Question, does 7 work? Is 7 less than or equal to 10? Does 7 work?
Yes, sir.
Yes, 7 does work. I'm not just
Yes,
talking
sir.
to one person. Does 7 work? Let me know, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Good. How about 16? Is 16 less than or equal to 10? Does
No,
16
sir.
work? No,
No,
6,
sir.
no,
No,
16,
sir.
16 does not work, so we can't use that. How about 4? Does 4 work?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
4.
sir.
4 works because 4 is less than 10. Does 10 work? Does 10 work?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
You sure 10 work? Why you saying 10 works?
Because it's equal to.
Because it equal to.
Very good, because it's equal to. So we include the 10, right? So we include the 10, so that's what means that we do include the 10 right there. So 10 does work, all right? 10 does work. And so 7 works, right? 4 works and 10 does work as well. So we include the 10, all right? And we include 7 because 7 is less than 7 is less than 10, and we include the 4 because 4 is less than or equal to 10. Okay. Next question. We have for number 3. Number 3, we read it as x is less than 4. X is less than 4. Which numbers would satisfy this inequality? Would 3 work? X is less than 4.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. 3 would work. I would like to hear other persons besides just those 3. So if you're in here, please answer. How about 1? Does 1 work? Does 1 work?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 1 does work.
Yes, sir.
1 also work. 1 is less than 4. Question, does 6 work? Does 6
No,
work?
sir.
No.
No,
No,
sir.
6 does not work, so we can X that out. And 9, does 9 work? Does 9
No, sir.
satisfy the inequality?
sir.
No, 9 does not satisfy the inequality because 9 is too big. We want X is less than 4. All right. Okay, let's move on to the next question. We have X is greater than or equal to 13. X is greater than or equal to 13. So for this one, for number 4, does the number 5 work? Does the number 5 work?
No, sir.
No,
No, sir.
definitely not. How about 14? Does 14 work?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 14 definitely works. Does 9 work? Does 9 work?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, 9 doesn't work. 9 does not work. How about 17? Does 17 work?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes.
17 definitely works. And so 14 works because 14 is greater than 13. 17 works because 17 is greater than 13. Let's go on to question number 5. This is interesting. We have 3 is greater than x. 3 is greater than x. 3 is greater than x. So Interesting. I like this. 3 is greater than x, which basically means that x is less than 3. So I like how this one is worded because it's kind of backwards. So what is it saying? Is it saying that? Let me just write it down so you can understand. It's saying that x is what? X is greater than 3 or less than 3?
Less.
Less.
X is greater than 3 or less than 3?
Less than 3.
X is greater than 3 or less than 3? X is greater than 3
Less than
or
Less.
less than 3. Very good. Less than 3. X is less than 3. Okay. Because 3 is greater than x. So that means that x is what? Less than what? X is less than 3. Let me erase this. X is less than 3. Okay, so x is less than 3. So x is less than 3, and so that means that what numbers work if x is less than 3? What numbers will
1.
work?
1.
1 would work. What else? That's the only number will
2.
work. Well,
2.
5. We order these numbers. 8 would not work, right? How about 6? 6 would not work, and 5
No,
would
sir.
not work. The only number that works is 1. Okay, let's move on to the next one. This one says x is less than or equal to 8. So it's going to be less than or equal to 8. So would 8 work? Would 8 work?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
8.
sir.
Yeah, 8 would definitely work. Would 9 work? X is less than or equal to 9. I mean to 8. Would 9 work?
No, sir.
No, 9 won't work because 9 is bigger, right? Would 10 work? X is less than or equal to 8.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, 10 won't work. How about 7? X is less than or equal to 8.
Yes,
Would
sir.
7 work?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
7 would definitely work. 7 would definitely work. 1, were you able to finish the 2023? There's 1.
I'm on number 15
Okay.
right now.
Okay,
So
no problem. And who else was doing that? Kingston, you finished the thing from yesterday?
Yes, sir. I already sent it to you last night.
Okay, that was 2022, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Aaliyah, did you do the one that I posted today? I think
I started it.
you started it, yeah. I didn't even name that properly. I need to go back and name it properly. And then we have what? We have who else? Who else? Okay, so x is less than or equal to 8. It's gonna be, these are the numbers, okay? So question. Zara Hannah. Okay, Randisha says she's finished hers. Okay, that's good. Randisha, you sent it to me already? Randisha, did you send it to me already? Okay, good. Thank you. What's the name? Zara Hannah. Where's Zara Hannah? Do you understand how we got our answers, Zara? Let me know, Zara Hannah, if you understand how we got our answers. Zara Hannah, you do? Okay, good. Well, and Tegan, do you understand how we got our answers? Tegan?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Samantha, yes.
They trying to connect, but I ain't getting on.
You're not getting, I don't even see you in the waiting room.
That's what I trying to do.
Boy.
I don't know if it's the connection or get over.
Which,
Wait, keep trying them.
okay, no problem.
Alright.
If I see you, I'll let you in.
Oh.
Okay, and Joseph, do you understand how we got our answers? Where's Joseph?
Also, I don't need another explanation, please.
You need that explanation? So basically, we circle the ones that satisfy the inequality, and the ones that are not, we X them out. So X is greater than 7. Which numbers are greater than 7? All right. Is 2 greater than 7? One.
No, sir.
No. So how about 6 and 5? Are they greater than 7?
No, sir.
So we'd only circle 8. Understand how we're doing it?
Yes, sir.
Good. And Randisha, do you understand how we got the answers? How about you, Paul? Do you understand how we getting our answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Nivea, Gordon, do you understand how we getting our answers?
Yes, sir.
What happened? You sound tired. What happened?
Nothing.
Okay. Did you have school today?
No, sir. I'm on break.
Okay. So explain how we got number 2.
We got number 2 because the sign, it says X is less than or equal to 10.
Mm-hmm.
So that would mean that in order to satisfy the inequality,
Mm-hmm.
we have to find any number that is less or equal to 10.
Mm-hmm.
So 7 would be an option because it's less than 10.
Mm-hmm.
4 would also be an option because it's less than 10.
Yes.
And 10 would also be an option because it's equal to 10. It's the same as 10.
Very good. And so 7, 4, and 10 are all numbers that satisfy the inequality. All right. Awesome. Now we have Nakari. Where's Nakari? Nakari Roberts.
Here.
You understand how we getting these answers, or you need me to explain it again?
I'm learning as you go.
You're learning as I go. X is less than 4. Explain this one for me. Why we only threw 3 and 1? Oh. Or X is less than 4.
I don't know.
You don't know? X is less than 4. What numbers are less than 4 from this group?
3 and 1.
3 and 1. How about 6? Why we didn't choose 6?
Because it's greater than it.
Because it's greater than it. And why we didn't choose 9?
Because it's greater.
Very good, because it's greater. You understand where we're coming from now?
Yes, sir.
Good. Make sure write this down for me, please. And Mark, where's Mark? Where's Mark? Mark, where are you? And Malia, do you understand how we getting these answers? Malia roll, where are you, Malia? Where's Malia? I can't have from Malia. Kingston,
Yes, sir.
do you understand how we getting our answers?
Yes, sir.
Explain why we have our answers for x is greater than or equal to 13.
Yes, sir. So the reason why we have that is because the sign says X have to be greater than or at least equal to, greater than or equal to.
Mm-hmm.
So number 5
Greater than or equal
is
to what?
that's greater than or equal to X, to X.
No, x is greater than or equal to 13.
I mean 13. And so 5 can be it because 5 mean greater than or equal to 13. 14 greater than 13. 9 can be it because 9 less than 13. And 17 is it because 17 greater than 13.
All right, thank you so much. So x is greater than or equal to 13. We choose 14 because 14 is bigger than 13. And we choose 17 because 17 is bigger than 13. All right. All right. Next we have Kema. Kema, do you understand? Where's Kema?
I'm
Kema, do you understand?
yes, sir.
You sound unsure. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Explain number 2. How we get the answers for number 2? Explain that for me. Go ahead, Kema. Explain number 2 for me. That's what I said.
Okay, so the process of so we look starts like for like less than 10. So
Less than or equal to 10. Remember, that's the sign.
equal to the
Uh-huh.
so then we put 4. So we circle 4. So we cross the 16 because 16 can equal to 10. So we circle the 4, then we circle the 7, and then we circle the 10.
Wow. So 7, 4, and 10. Why we choose 10 still? Why we choose 10 still? Say it again. Why do we still include 10?
Because it's the same
That's
number.
less than or equal to.
Because say less than or equal to. Okay. So it could be equal to 10 or less than 10. You understand that? You understand that, Kema?
Yes, sir.
Good. Where's the Johnny?
Yes, sir.
Are you concerned about sending your work in, or are you concerned about Easter break? Why are you only concerned about break? And you barely could submit the work in my class. Does that even make sense, Johnny?
No, sir.
Exactly, it doesn't. You're the one crying for break, and you're the very same one who's not submitting the work on time. That don't make no sense. You need to change your focus, Johnny. Change your focus. Okay, anyone else have any questions on this before we move on to the next one? I mean, if you have any questions before we move on to the next one. I'm talking to you all. Do you all understand? Let me know, please, before we go.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
let's do another one. Let's do another one. Let's do another one together. Okay, so let's do another one together. If you need the notes for that, all you need to do is take a picture of it and send it. If you need the notes for that, all you need to do is go inside the chat for the picture of the work. All right, so let's do the rest of these examples. We went up to number 6, so let's go ahead and do number 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, and 12. All right, so let's go on now. So here, what we have is 17 is greater than x, greater than or equal to x. So whenever we have something like this, we're gonna try to write it in the opposite way. So if they say 17 is greater than or equal to x, wait, give me one moment. Zaria, did you send me the rest of the things for 2023?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you have any other questions on that paper? Because I think we finished that paper.
No, sir.
Was anything unclear when I was explaining it in the video? Let me know, please. If you
I
didn't
understand.
understand, okay. And y'all finished that in class already as well, right?
We didn't get to finish because we on Easter break right now.
Okay. So you have the solutions beforehand.
Yes, sir.
Use
Thank
it
you.
well. No problem. Okay, no problem. We also have to do 2022. I have that already posted inside my on my channel. I posted it today. So wait. You finished 2023.
Yes, sir.
I need you to do 2022 because we did 2022 yesterday, but you was on 2023. So to complete 2022, do you have like the
Yes.
booklet?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you could use the booklet. I did 2022. Just go on my, do you need me to send you the link, or you could find it on the YouTube channel?
I can find it.
Okay. Just look for BGCSE 2022. I posted 2021 today, but go on 2022 and complete that for me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we have this one is 17 is greater than or equal to X. So how can we write this in the regular way? We can say that X is what? X is what?
Greater than or equal to 17.
No, it's a 17 is greater than or equal to X. So if we were to write it, if we were to read it from this direction,
It will be X is less than or equal to 17.
do you all agree with her? X is less than. Do you
Yes,
do
sir.
you agree with her? X is a less than.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Very good. So X is a less than or equal to or equal to 17. And this is interesting because, see, Mr. Petit, why is this interesting? Because it's written in a weird way. It's written in the opposite way. So we have to read it from this direction, from right to left. So we say that X is a less than or equal to 17. X is less than or equal to 17. Now, what numbers satisfy this inequality? Let me know, please. Which numbers satisfy this inequality? X is less than or equal to 17. What numbers satisfy this inequality? It's gonna be what?
9 and 12.
Let's start off with 20. Does 20 work? For X
No,
is
sir.
less than, no,
No, sir.
No, sir.
no, 20 does not. By the way, are you writing this down? Make sure I write this down, please, because I'm gonna ask for the notes.
Yes, sir.
Good. So X is less than or equal to 17. Does 9 work? For X is less than or equal to 17?
Yes, sir.
Does 9 work? Yeah, 9 does work. So we're gonna circle 9. Does 12 work? Does 12 work? For X is less than or equal to 17?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, 12 does work. Anna Johnny, does 19 work? For X is less than or equal to 17?
Yes, sir.
19? It says X is less than or equal to 17.
Oh, no, sir.
No, 19 would not work. Okay. Angel, do you understand this? Where's Angel? Angel, are you there? I can't hear from Angel. Hello, Angel, are you there? No, can't hear from Angel. Ashane, do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And Chai, do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And China, do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Good. Explain number 8 for me. X is less than 15.
Yes, sir. The equation, it's X is less than 15. So we have to find the numbers less than 15, which is 14.
Okay. Only 14 works?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, only 14 because 14 is less than 15. We can't use 18 because 18 is too big. We can't use 16 because 16 is too big. How about 17? Can we use 17?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Very good. We can't use 17. Okay, good. So that means that we do not count 17. Okay. Next, what do we have? We have X is greater than or equal to, X is greater than 2. For X is greater than 2, what are we gonna have? We're gonna circle what? We're gonna circle
6.
We're gonna circle 6. We're gonna circle what else?
4
4.
and 5.
We're gonna circle 5. What's the only number we're not gonna circle? It's gonna be
0.
0. Very good. 0. Okay. Dior, do you understand this? Dion, do you understand this? Where's Dion?
Yes,
Okay. And Dornick, do you understand this? Where's Darnik? Darnik, do you understand this? How about Darnik says, yes, she does. How about Egypt? Egypt, do you understand this? Where's Egypt? Again, Egypt, do you understand this? Egypt says, yes, she do. Okay, good. Okay, cool. So x is greater than 2. 6, 4, and 5 are gonna be the solutions. Now now we have x is less than or equal to 5. Dion, can you explain what we're gonna do for this one? If x is less than or equal to 5. Dion.
Okay, so we would see what all numbers are less than 5 or equal to 5.
Mm-hmm.
And uh, 5 would be equal to 5,
Mm-hmm.
and 2 would be less than 5.
So we're gonna circle 5 and what else?
2.
And 5 and 2. What happened to the 7 and the 8?
They're greater than 5, so they wouldn't work.
Very good. 7 is greater than 8, so it doesn't satisfy the inequality. 7 is greater than 5, sorry, and so it doesn't satisfy the inequality. And 8 is greater than 5, so it doesn't satisfy the inequality. So only 5 and 2 works, because for this one, it has to be less than or equal to 5. Do you all understand that? Let me know, please, if you understand that. Let me know.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good. And Evanice, do you understand this?
Yeah.
Okay, Evanice, did you send in the 2023 past paper?
No.
Are you done?
Yes, sir. I'm assuming.
Okay, no problem. Okay, next up. Next up we have 11 is greater than x. 11 is greater than x. If 11 is greater than x, what does that mean? That means that x is what? Talk to me, please. If 11 is greater than x, what does that mean? X is
X
what?
is less than 11.
X is less than.
Plus 11.
Very good. X is less than. Right? X is less than 11. Okay. X is less than 11. So x is less than 11. What does that mean? That means that we have to choose the numbers that are less than 11. So numbers that are less than 11 is going to be 6 is less than 11, 10 is less than 11, and 9 is less than 11. What about 11? Can we choose 11? Let me know if we could choose
No, sir.
11. Can we
No,
choose
sir.
11?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Why not? Why we can't choose 11?
Because they
Because
didn't
11
see.
cannot be greater or less than itself.
Very good. That's a wonderful way to explain it. 11 cannot be greater than or less than itself. It's exactly equal to it. That's a good way to say it. Very good. I couldn't say it better. So definitely we do not include 11. For number 12, the last one, we have x is greater than or equal to 6. X is greater than or equal to 6. Jaleel, how are we going to do this? Where's Jaleel? How are we going to do this?
We gotta find all the numbers that are equal to or greater than 6.
Okay, so what numbers would that be?
It would only be 6
It would only be 6. Why not 5?
because it's less than.
So we cannot include 5 because 5 is less than. What about 2?
It's also less than 6
Also less than 6. Why are we including 6?
because it's equal. 6 is equal to itself.
Very good. And how about 4?
No, it's less than.
It's less than. Very good. Jasmine Moss. Where's Jasmine Moss?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how we got our answer for number 12?
Yes, sir.
Okay, explain it for me.
Okay, so x is is less than or equal to 6. Now, there are the numbers are 5, 2, 6, and 4.
Uh-huh.
And the only number that is equal to 6 is 6 itself, because the other set of numbers are less than.
Uh-huh. Very good. And so we only can include 6. All right. We only can include 6. Thank you. All right. Once you finish with these 2 slides, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need you all to send me the notes of what you have so far. Again, take a picture of your notes and send it to me via WhatsApp before we move on to the next question. Take a picture of your work. Sorry, before you move on to the next slide, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. So stop what you're doing and take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I want to see what you have so far. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need everyone to do that for me, please. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right, again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need everyone to send their notes. Again, I need everyone to send their notes.
Excuse me, Mr. B.
Go ahead.
Hey, can you please send me the notes on the job first?
Okay. All right. All right, again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need everyone to send in their work, please. Again, I need everyone to send me their work. All right, thank you, Angel, Jeremiah, Kevin, Bethany, Zara, and the rest of those persons who sent in their work. Ajani, still waiting on Ajani. Ajani, where's your work? Where's Ajani?
I'm sending them now.
Okay. And the rest of you who haven't sent in your work, please take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need to see what you have already. All right.
Cynthia is still writing it down.
Okay. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right. So I'm gonna take a picture of this one and put it inside the chat. Again, I'm gonna take a picture of this one and put it inside the chat. All right, good. All right, so let's go ahead and do some graphing. So graphing inequalities. For the first four, we're gonna do together. For the remaining ones, we're gonna do, I'm gonna allow you to do it as a grade exercise. All right, so these first four we're gonna do together, and the remaining ones I'm gonna allow you to do for a grade exercise. All right, so it says graph the inequality. All right, so here we have x is greater than or equal to -2. So because it say x is greater than or equal to -2, I think someone asked yesterday if we could use negative numbers. The answer is yes. We can use negative numbers. What are we gonna put? Are we gonna use a shaded circle for this one? Or are we gonna use an open circle for this one? A shaded circle or open circle? We're gonna use
Shaded.
shaded. Very good, shaded. So we're gonna shade this circle. All right, we're gonna shade the circle. Gonna shade the circle. Again, we're gonna shade the circle. And then we're going to, it says x is greater than -2. X is greater than -2. And so if x is greater than -2, what does that mean? Are we gonna go to the right or are we gonna go to the left?
To the
Hello?
right.
Are we going to the right or are we going to the left? If x is
To the
greater than,
The right.
we're going to go to the right. Because it's greater than, so we're gonna do our arrow and it's gonna go to the right. All right? Do y'all understand that? Let me know if y'all understand that, please.
Yes, sir.
We do a shaded circle and we put the arrow to the right-hand side, to the right-hand side. All right? Again, let me know if you understand that, please. Let me know if you understand that.
Yes, sir.
That's all.
Okay, good, perfect. Now let's move on to the next one. Here we have x is less than 5. X is less than 5. And so for x is less than 5, what we're gonna do here is we're going to actually do we do a shaded circle on top of 5 or it's an unshaded circle on top of 5?
Unshaded.
Unshaded, unshaded. Why is it gonna be unshaded? Why is it gonna be unshaded?
Oh, because there's no line underneath the arrow.
Very good, because there's no line underneath the arrow. So we're gonna do a circle above the 5. All right, and then we're going to draw a line that goes to the left or to the right? To the left or to the
Left.
right?
To the left.
To the left, very good. And it goes to the left because we're going to do numbers that are less than, numbers that are less than 5, okay? So we have a circle and we're gonna go do numbers that are less than 5, all right? Numbers that are less than 5, okay? Numbers that are less than 5. So numbers like 4, 3, 2, 0, -1, -2, -4, and so on. Less than. All right. Numbers that are less than. Okay, let's move on to number 3. Number 3, it says x is less than or equal to 6. Less than or equal to 6. For this one, what are we gonna do? Are we going to shade it or are we gonna not shade it?
Shaded.
We're gonna shade. We're gonna shade it. Why are we gonna shade it? Can someone tell me why are we gonna shade the?
Because line is underneath the arrow.
Very good, because we have a line underneath the arrow. Oh, sorry, you have a line underneath the symbol. So we're gonna say 6. We put a circle here. And we're gonna shade that. So we're gonna shade that. Gonna shade that. We're gonna shade it. All right, so we're gonna shade it. And when we shade it, right? When we shade it, it says x is a less than or equal to 6. So you're gonna go to the right or we're gonna go to the left?
Left.
We're gonna go to the left. Very good. And so since we're gonna go to the left, that means that we are going to go to the left-hand side. Why? Because it's gonna be less than. So the numbers that are less than, right? The numbers that are less than 6 are going to be 4, 2, 0, -2, -4, -6, -8, -10, and -12. These are going to be the numbers that are less than 6. All right? So going to be numbers that are less than 6. Okay? These are going to be numbers that are less than 6. Okay, do we understand number 3? Let me know if you understand number 3, please. Again, let me know if you understand number 3.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. I only have a few persons answering. Do we understand number 3? Let me know if you understand it, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
Sir.
All right, now for the last one. The last one we have x is greater than 1. X is strictly greater than 1. And so for x is strictly greater than 1, we're gonna shade above which number? Above which, not shade, we're gonna circle above which number?
The 1.
The 1, the 1, very good. So we're gonna put a circle above the 1. Shaded or unshaded?
Unshaded.
Unshaded, very good. And then we're gonna go to the left or to the right for our to the right. Why to the right?
X is greater.
Because x is greater than. It's gonna be to the right, and so it's gonna be looking at numbers like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. Okay, so those are gonna be the numbers. All right, so these are our first 4 examples. And what I need you to do is I need you to write these down. Okay, so Ajani, do you understand this? Ajani, let me know if you understand this, please. Where's Johnny?
Yes, sir.
You understand this?
Yes.
Pardon?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And Angel, do you understand this? Where's Angel? Angel, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And Bethany, do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. How about Arshane? Arshane, do you understand this?
Yes,
Arshane,
sir.
okay. And Bethany, do you understand this? Bethany, let me know if you understand this. Bethany, do you understand this? Where's Bethany?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And Chai, do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good, perfect. Do we have China, you understand this? Let me know, China.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Explain number 4 for me, please.
What you
Yes,
said,
sir.
Go ahead. Someone had a question before you go, China. I think someone have a question. That was Nakari. Nakari, you were saying something? Nakari Roberts, are you there? Okay, I thought you were saying something. Go ahead, go ahead, China, explain number 4 for me, please.
Yes, sir. Number 4 say x is greater than 1. So we circle x and do not shade it because it's not line under it. And then we go to the right because they say x is greater than 1. So we look for the greater number.
Very good. Numbers that are greater, very good. And Demetria, where's Demetria? Where's Demetria? Demetria? Where's Demetria? Can't have from Demetria. Dia Gibson, where's Dia Gibson? Do you understand how to do this?
Yes, sir,
Again.
I am.
Okay. Demetria understands. Demetria, explain how we got our answer for number 4. Not Demetria. Dia Gibson, explain how we got our answer for number 4.
We look for the you look for the last sign for 1, and we do the circle without shading it. This is last sign, and then we go to the right
We go to the right. Why do we go to the right?
because it's last sign.
Is it less than or greater than? Which one?
Greater than.
Greater than, very good. Greater than. Okay, good. So we go to the right. And Dion, do you understand? Dion, do you understand? Let me know, Dion. If you understand.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Okay. So are we ready for the grade exercise? I mean, if we're ready for the grade exercise.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So let's go ahead and do it. I'm gonna put this information inside the chat. Again, I'm gonna put this information inside the chat for your information. I need you to write this down. Make sure you use a ruler and a pencil when you're drawing the diagram. Again, make sure you use a ruler and a pencil when you're drawing these diagrams. Okay. Again, make sure you use a ruler and a pencil when you're drawing these diagrams. Okay, let's go ahead and we're gonna do 5 through 10. Okay, so 5 through 10. So we're gonna do 5 through 10 and So let's put it on the screen. So the same thing applies. You want to graph these inequalities. That's the instructions. Graph the following inequalities. Okay, so this is going to be graded exercise. So graph the inequalities. Okay, so I want you to do these on your own. And once you finish with it, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, I need you to do these ones on your own. And once you finish with it, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, I need you to do these ones on your own. And then once you finish, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. So graph the inequalities. So what we have to do is we have to graph the inequalities on the number line, okay? On the number line. So what we have x is less than negative 14. X is less than negative 14. What we also have is we have that x is less than or equal to 9. We also have for number 7, x is greater than negative 2. For number 8, we have x is greater than or equal to negative 15. For number 9, we have x is less than or equal to negative 10. And for number 10, we have x is greater than 16. X is greater than 16. And so what I need you to do is I need you to answer these questions and put them inside of write down the questions and answers. And then once you finish with it, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, write down the questions and the answers. Answer them, and once you finish with it, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right. Where's Aliana? Aliana, where's Aliana?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how to do this?
I'm not really sure. No, sir.
You're not really sure? Oh. Were you here yesterday?
Yes, sir. But I was doing the video.
Oh, you
You
was doing the
asked me to
video.
do.
Did you finish that?
No, sir. I was going to finish it.
Yeah, finish that for me then. Finish that. And okay, good. All right. Tegan, what number you on?
I'm on number 2. Oh, I'm sorry, number 6.
Number 6, good. And Joseph, what number you on? Where's Joseph?
Number 5.
Number 5. Paul, what number you on?
Number 6.
Number 6. Nivea, what number you on?
Number
Nivea,
8.
number 8. Good. Makari Roberts, what number you on? Nakari Roberts, what number you on? Where's Nakari? Can't have from Nakari. Nevea Wallace, what number you on, Nevea?
Number 5.
Number 5. Okay, Nakari is on number 5. Nevea Wallace, what number you on?
Number 6.
Number 6. Do you understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
Did you send your notes to me, Nevea?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Myla, where's Myla?
Yeah.
Myla, I can't hear from you. I think you don't have good internet because I can't hear from you, Myla. Let me know what number you on.
Yes, sir.
Type inside the chat.
Number 8.
Say it again. I heard you say number 8.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Zara Hana, what number you on? Again, Zara Hana, what number you on? Zara Hana, what number you on? Nevaeh Wallace. Nevaeh Wallace.
Yes, sir.
I don't see your work. So I need you to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. You understand me?
Yes, sir. You mean it for today?
I mean for the day, yes.
I just come.
Okay. Do you understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Once you finish, take a picture of your work and send it to me. And Mark, where's Mark? Myla says a Wi-Fi is bad. Mark, Mark, are you there? Mark Lee. I
Yes,
can't.
sir.
What number you on, Mark?
Number 7.
How come you haven't sent me your work yet?
My mommy leave her phone, but I know her password.
Yeah, right. So let me ask the question. How about
Telling you
yesterday's?
that's why
Please do not
Ryan
shout at
couldn't.
me. Don't shout at me. Don't shout at me. Don't shout at me.
My bad. My bad.
Did you send your work from yesterday?
Yes, sir.
Okay, when she comes back, take a picture of your work and send it to me. Do you understand how to do this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Make sure I use a rule. Do you have a ruler?
Yes, sir.
Use a ruler to draw these lines and the arrows. Malia rule. Where's Malia rule?
Yes, sir. You can hear me?
I can hear you. What number you on?
Number 7.
Number 7, good. And Kyle Williamson, what number you on?
I'm still writing all the notes, sir.
Kyle, why did you come later for today's class?
My internet wasn't feeling. My internet wasn't doing well, so plus I wasn't feeling good from school today. So I've just been trying to get the internet been working.
You always have an excuse for something, you know. Always have an excuse.
Oh yes.
Come on, man. You have to do better, Kyle.
That's
And I don't see the general science notes from yesterday.
the general science notes?
No, you didn't send me that. I need you to just send general science notes.
Okay, so
Kingston, what number you want?
Number 7.
Number 7, okay. And Kmar, what number you want? Kmar,
Number 6.
number 6. Okay, good. And Casey, what number you want?
I'm on number 10, sir.
You're number 10. Do you understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where's 1?
Did you go on me, Mr. D?
Uh-huh. What number you on?
Oh, I'm on number 17. I had the volume lower so I could hear a YouTube video.
That's no problem. You still on 2023 one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Wow. What happened? Jeremy Lines. Where's Jeremy? What number you on?
Number 3.
Say it again.
Number 3.
Number 3. Okay. Jeremiah Johnson, what number you on?
Number 8, sir.
Again, once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Once you finish with your work, once you're finished with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Jeremiah says number 3. Jasmine Moss, what number you on?
I said number 8, sir.
Number 8, okay. Number 8. And Jasmine, what number you on? Not Jasmine. Shazmin Moss. I think that's how you pronounce your name.
Number 8.
Number 8, okay. Go ahead. Jaleel, what number you on?
I'm on number 9.
Number 9. Is there anyone who is finished? Again, is there anyone? Is there anyone who is finished? Let me know.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Once
Yes,
you
sir.
finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Evanice, did you ever finish the 2023 paper?
Yes, sir.
You sent it to me already?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what number you on?
Number 7.
Number 7, okay. And Egypt, what number you on? Where's Egypt?
Number 4.
I could barely hear you, Egypt.
Number 4.
Number 4, okay. And Doranique, what number you on? Doronique, what number you on? Number 9. Nivea Gordon, are you done?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Nivea is finished. Did you send in the work?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Dia Gibson, what number you on?
And
Number 10. And Demetria Edgecombe, what number you on?
I'm on number 9.
Number 9. And China, what number you on? China, what number you on? Where's China? I can't hear from China. And Chai, what number you on?
Mr. Petit,
Number
Go
8.
ahead. Go ahead.
I right here.
What number you on, China?
I finished.
Or you finished? Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and answer these questions. For the number 5, right? Number 5, what do we have for number 5? So what are we gonna shade in 14? Or are we going to not shade in negative 14?
Not shaded.
Not shaded, very good. And the reason why we're not gonna shade is because it doesn't have we don't have a line at the bottom. So we're gonna put an open circle, and x is a less than negative 14, less than. When we say the net less than, what do we mean? It's gonna be to the left or to the right?
To the left.
To the left, very good. To the left. Oh, this is not right. Let me erase this. To the left, I'm using an arrow instead of a line. So we're gonna go to the left. So the numbers that are less than negative 14 are going to be negative 21, negative 28, 35, and negative 42, and so on. Okay. Okay, let's move on to the next question. By the way, did anyone get this right? Let me know if you got this right, please. Did anyone get this right? Let me know if you got it right.
Yes, sir.
I did.
Very good. If you got it right, please put a tick. If you got it wrong, please put an X. Again, let me know if you got this right. Okay. Then we have this is number 6. Again, we have number 6 here. We have x is less than or equal to 9. Again, x is less than or equal to 9. So we have x is less than or equal to 9. Okay, so are we gonna shade in the 9 or not shade in the 9?
Shade in the 9.
We're gonna shade in the 9, very good. We're gonna shade in the 9. Why, Casey? Why are we gonna shade in the 9?
Because we have a line to the bottom.
Very good.
The less than equal to.
Very good. We have a line at the bottom. Okay. So we're gonna shade it in because we have a line at the bottom, which means that we include the 9. So x is less than or equal to 9. And then we're gonna go to the left or to the right? To the left or to the right?
To the left.
To the left because it's less than. So it's gonna go this direction. Less than. All right. All right. Did anyone get this right? Let me know if you got this right, please. Again, let me know if you got this
Yes.
right. Very good.
Yes,
If
sir.
you got it right, please put a tick. If you got it wrong, please correct it. Where's Kiajani? Kiajani, are you there?
So
Okay, so let's do Kiajani. I need you to help me with number 7. Are we gonna shade in -2 or are we gonna leave it unshaded? Kiajane.
Shade in -2.
Okay, I don't think you know how to do it then. Do you know how to do this? Or you need me to show you how to do it again?
I don't know. I came late to class.
Okay, so -2, the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to put a circle above -2 because here we have -2, so we're gonna put a circle. Now, Kiajane, we do not shade it in because there's no line underneath there. But wherever there's a line, we shade it. So for example, this one, there's a line, we shade it. And this is saying x is greater than -2. Kiajane, give me some numbers that are greater than -2. What numbers are greater than -2? Kiajane. Numbers that are bigger than -2.
2, 4, 6, and 8.
Very good. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So these are going to be numbers to the right or to the left?
To the left.
To the right. So that means we're going to draw an arrow to the right. Okay. And that's how we draw x is greater than -2. Understand that?
Yes.
Good. The rest of you, did you get this? Let me know if you got this, please. The rest of you, did you get this? X
Yes,
is
sir.
greater than -2.
Yes, sir.
Good. Good. X is greater than -2. All right. So now we have x is greater than or equal to -15. Are we gonna shade it or not shade it? Are we gonna
Shade
shade?
it.
We're definitely gonna
Shade it.
shade it. Shade it. Kiajane, you understand that we're gonna shade this one, right? Where's Kiajane?
Yes, sir.
Why are we gonna shade it, Kiajane?
Because it
Because
has a line underneath it.
say it again.
It has a line.
Very good, because it has a line underneath it, so we're gonna shade it. Now we want the numbers that are greater than -15. Bigger than -15. So class, give me some examples of numbers that are bigger than -15. Greater than -15. Again, class, give me
5,
some.
15, 20,
5,
25.
15,
30.
20, 25, 30. Very good. So are we gonna go to the right or are we gonna go to the left?
The right.
We're gonna go to the right. Very good. We're gonna go to the right. Excellent stuff. Perfect. Did anyone get this right? Let me know if you got it right, please. Again, let me know if you got it
Yes,
right.
Right.
Good. Very good. If you got it right, please put a tick. If you got it wrong, please put an X. Okay. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Here we have x is less than or equal to -10. X is less than or equal to -10. So that means we have to shade in -10, right? Put a shade in -10. So let's shade it in. And Angel, what are we gonna do to this after we already shaded in? Angel. Angel, what are we gonna do after we already shaded in? Where's Angel? Angel, are you there? Can't hear from Angel. Ashane, what are we gonna do after we already shaded in? Ashane Fernanda?
Yes, sir.
What are we gonna do after we already shaded in? -10. What are we gonna do?
Put a line to
Are we gonna draw a line to the left or to the right?
the left.
To the left, very good. To the left, because these are gonna be less than -10. So it's to the left-hand side. Did anyone get this one right? Let me know, please, if you got this one right.
I got it.
Number 9.
I did.
Very good.
I did.
Good stuff. So if you got it right, please put a tick. Again, if you got it right, please put a tick. If you got it wrong, please put an X. And finally, number 10, this one says X is greater than 16. So we're gonna circle 16. It's not gonna be an open circle, but it's greater than. So since it's greater than, that means that we are going to go to the right-hand side because it's greater than. And we're gonna put our arrow here. Since X is greater than 16. All right, let me know if you got all right, please. Again, let me know if you got all right. Again, let me know if you got all right.
I
did.
I did.
I did.
Very good.
I
Very good. Anyone else got all
I
right?
did.
I mean, anyone else got all right? Let me know if you got all right, please.
I did.
Okay, good. All right, excellent. If you got all right, please put I inside the chat. Again, if you got all right, please put I inside the chat. If you got one wrong, please put Y. If you got one wrong, please put Y. And if you got two wrong, please put N. If you got all right, please put I. If you got two wrong, please put N. If you got one wrong, please put Y. So all right, please put I. One wrong, please put Y. Two wrong, please put N. All right. Again, put your answers inside the chat. By the way, if you finish with this all right, how many of you are finished sending a picture of your work? Let me know, please. If you're ready, send in a picture of your work.
I did.
Okay. Very good.
I did.
Okay. Only 2 persons. Anyone else? Let me know if you send in a picture of your work. Again, let me know if you sent in a picture of your work.
I did.
I did.
Very good. Very good. Very good. All right, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put a photo of this inside the chat. Again, I'm gonna put a photo of this inside the chat for those persons who are still writing. The rest of you who haven't sent in your work, make sure please take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need to see your working as well as your I need to see your working as well as your the working as well as the notes. All right. So please take a picture of your notes as well as the working. All right. Again, take a picture of your notes as well as the working. All right, so let's go ahead and let's do these 4 examples together. And hopefully, if we have enough time, we're gonna do if we have enough time, we're gonna do if we have enough time, we can do the exam, we can do the grade exercise, which we probably might. So this next question, this is example, this is another set of examples. Write this down for me, please. This one says, write the inequality that best describes each graph. I need China. China, can you help me with number 1? What is number 1 saying? What is number 1 saying?
X is less than 4.
Close. Close. Do it again. Try it again.
I don't understand what it trying to ask.
Can I answer?
Go ahead, Nivea.
X is less or equal to X is less or equal to 4.
Very good. X is a less than or equal to 4. Do you see that, China? X is
Yes,
less
I
than.
didn't saw it shaded.
Yeah, it's shaded. X is less than or equal to 4. All right, class, do y'all understand this? X is less than or equal to 4. Do y'all understand that?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
sir.
Good. So, all right, so what happened is we have X is less than or equal to 4. What does that mean? Because we have this one shaded and it's going to the left hand side and it is shaded. It is shaded. So we have to say X is less than or equal to 4. All right. Do y'all understand that? Let me know, please. You all understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, good. Next, I'm gonna ask Jaleel for number 2. Write down the inequality that represents this graph for number 2. For number 2. What do we have? Jaleel.
Yes, sir.
What's gonna be the answer for number 2?
X greater than or equal to negative 20.
Very good. X is great. Do we agree with them? X is greater than or equal to negative 20. Do we agree with them?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, anyone else? Do we understand X is greater than or equal to negative 20?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
good. The reason why it's greater than or equal to, why is it greater than or equal to?
Because it's shaded.
Because it's shaded. Very good. It's shaded and it's going to the right. Okay, it's shaded and it's going to the right. So that means that X is going to be greater than or equal to negative 20. Do I have a volunteer for number 3? Do I have a volunteer for number
Me.
3? Go ahead, Jeremiah.
X is greater than negative 16.
Greater than or equal to?
Greater than.
So not equal to.
No, sir.
Why not equal to?
Because the circle is not shaded in.
Very good. The circle is not shaded in. X is greater than negative 16. All right. Do you all understand that? Let me know if you all understand that, please. X is greater than negative 16. Do we
Yes,
understand that? Good. Good. And for number 4, I need a volunteer for number 4. Do we have any volunteers for number
I can
4?
try.
Go ahead, Kingston.
So we have X.
Mm-hmm.
We have X
Mm-hmm.
equal to greater than or equal to
Mm-hmm.
negative 2.
Very good. X is greater than or equal to negative 2. All right. Johnny, do you understand how we got number 4 and the rest of these? Johnny. Hello, Johnny, are you there? I can't hear from Johnny for some reason. Akiro, do you understand? Yes, Johnny. Johnny, do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Okay. Akiro, why do we have X is greater than or equal to negative 2? Explain that for me. How do we know it's X is greater than or equal to negative 2? Akiro, I'm talking to you. Hello, Akiro, are you there? Where's Akiro? Hello, Akiro. So I need to call your mother before you answer me. That's what you're telling me. I don't understand why I have to call your mother before you answer me. That don't make no sense. Hello, can the rest of you all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Paul, explain number 4 for me, please. Why do we have X is greater than or equal to negative 2? Paul, I can't hear you.
We do it by
Do you know or you don't know?
I just don't know the words.
Say it again.
I just don't know the words, sir.
You don't know the words? Okay, did we shade it?
Yes, sir.
Good. And did it go to the right?
Yes. Yes, sir.
So that means it's gonna be greater than or less than?
Greater than.
Greater than, very good. So it's greater than, but we shaded the 2, so it's gonna be equal to as well, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. So it's gonna be X is greater than or equal to what?
Negative 2.
Negative 2, very good. And Joseph, do you understand how we got this? Here's Joseph. Joseph Kalma. Joseph Kalma, are you there? Where's Joseph Kalma?
Yes, sir.
Why are you taking so long to answer to your name?
I can touch the screen. My hands was greasy.
Okay. Number 3. Do you understand how we got this for number 3? Hello, do you understand how we got this for number 3?
Oh, yes, sir.
Why do we have it like this?
Wait, let me see. Wait, I can't see this. Wait, what number you say?
Number 3. Do you understand how we got number 3?
Yes, sir.
Why do we have it like that?
I can't complicate to explain.
It's complicated to explain. It ain't not complicated to explain. If you understand what you're talking about. Do we shade it or do we don't shade it? Is this shaded or not shaded?
Shaded.
This one, this circle right there, is this shaded?
Wait.
Look at it compared to the other ones. Is it shaded? Look at this one. Look at the other ones. The other ones, are they shaded as compared to this?
Yeah.
Yes, they are shaded, right? So this one, this is unshaded, right?
Yes, sir.
So that means, do we put the line underneath?
Yes, sir.
Do we?
Yes, sir.
It's unshaded. Do we put the line underneath?
Because of unshaded, you don't put the
Exactly,
line
because
underneath.
unshaded, we don't put the line. Now, is it greater than 16? Does it represent something greater than 16? Negative 16, sorry. Is it greater than?
Yes.
It's greater than. Why is greater than? Because it's going to the right. So the answer, therefore, is going to be x is greater than negative 16. You see that?
Yes, sir.
All right, x is greater than negative 16. Kmar, where's Kmar?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how we got now getting our answers?
Not really.
Not really?
Yes, sir.
Okay, is this shaded or not?
Pardon me, you break up.
Is this shaded? Is this shaded? That's my question. Is this shaded?
Yes, sir.
Good. So isn't it shaded? Do we put the line or don't put the line?
We put the line.
Put the line. Now we go into the left-hand side. That means these numbers are less than 4 or greater than 4?
Less than 4.
Less than 4. So we're gonna have x is less than or equal to what?
4.
4. So they give us the graph and we have to write which inequality it is. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Now let's go to this one. Let me erase it so you can get a chance to try it on your own. If we were to write this one, how would you write it? Okay, Ma.
So we will shade the negative 20.
Yeah, it's shaded.
Then we'll go on the right side of it.
Go to the right. Very good. So what is the symbol that we're gonna use? How are we gonna represent this?
We're gonna use
say
greater.
x is what?
X equals greater.
X is greater than. Do we put the line underneath?
No, sir.
Sure. But isn't it shaded?
Yes, sir.
So you're gonna put the line underneath, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. Greater than or equal to what?
20.
20 or negative 20?
Negative 20.
Negative 20. Very good. And so that's how we got it. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Good. And Kyle, where's Kyle?
Yes, sir.
For Kyle, do you understand how we getting the answers?
I'm getting there, sir.
You're getting there.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
let's do number 4 together. I don't understand why you're trying to make this so hard. Okay, let's look at number 4. Is this shaded or not shaded?
Shaded, sir.
It's shaded. So are we gonna use the line underneath or no?
No, sir.
But it's shaded. So when
Wait.
if it's
If
shaded,
it's shaded, then we have to use a line.
we have to use the line. Good. Is it greater than or less than?
It is greater than.
It's greater than. So it's gonna be greater than, right? So
Yes, sir.
now we have x is what? Greater than or equal to what?
Equal to 12.
Not 12.
Oh no, wait, two. -2.
Negative 2. Good. Understand that?
Yes, sir. Now I understand.
Good. All right. Okay, let's move on to the grade exercise. By the way, take a picture of this slide before we move on to the grade exercise. Take a picture of this slide and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Take a picture of this slide and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, I need you to take a picture of this slide and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right. Again, take a picture of this slide and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need you all to do that right now, please. I don't have no one sending me their work. Take a picture of this slide and send it to me via WhatsApp before we move on to the grade exercise. Again, take a picture of the slide and send it to me via WhatsApp. Okay. All right, good. Let me know if you already sent in the work, please, so we can go into the grade exercise. So
Yes, sir.
they sent in the work, good.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's move on to the grade exercise. So for the grade exercise, we want to do the same thing, right? Write the inequality that best describes each graph. That's going to be the instructions. Write the inequality that best describes each graph. Okay. So for these ones, you want to write down the inequality that best describes each graph.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Uh-huh.
I tell you sending my work because I had to start over.
Who's this
It was a
speaking?
lot. Gilbriana. It was a lot of scotch note on the paper and it did look really messy.
Okay, so quickly send in your work before before it's time for us to go.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I want you all to do these last, it's gonna be our last exercise, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 10. For these ones, you're going to write down the inequality that best describes the graph, okay? So draw the graph and then write down the inequality that is gonna describe it, just like how we did it in this previous one. I need you to write down an inequality that's gonna describe this graph in the best way possible, all right? So again, write down inequality that best describes China. Where's China?
Yeah.
What number you on? China, what number you on?
Number 5.
Number 5, okay. And Aliana, did you ever finish the 2023?
Pardon me?
Did you finish the 2023?
Almost.
What number you on?
I think this is number 14.
14, okay. And Jaleel, what number you on? Again, Jaleel, what number you on?
Number 6.
Number 6. Okay. China, what number you on? China, what
Number
number?
6.
Number 6 as well. I'm not China, I'm sorry, I just asked you. Chai, what number you on?
Number 5.
Number what?
Number 5.
Okay. All right. Bethany, what number you on?
Number 6.
Or 6. Mark, what number you on? Mark, what number you on?
Number 6 too.
Number 6 as well. Do you understand what to do, Mark?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Kyle, what number you on?
Excuse me, sir. Did you call me?
What number are you on?
Oh, I'm on number 6, sir.
6, okay.
Excuse me, Mr. But
Mm-hmm.
can I be excused to make my nephew a bottle, please?
Yes, we can. Where is Kiajne? What number you on, Kiajne? Make sure I draw the graphs as well. Again, make sure I draw the graphs as well. Kiajne, what number you on? My
Mr.
go ahead,
That's so,
Kia.
Mr. Petit.
What number you on?
Are you still writing the last notes?
Okay. Mila, what number you on? Mila, what number you on?
She
Number
said 7 in the chat.
number 7, thank you. And Nevaeh Wallace, where's Nevaeh Wallace? Nevaeh Wallace. Nevaeh Wallace, what number you on? Nevaeh Wallace, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Did you send in your work as yet? Your notes.
No, no, sir.
I need you to send them for me. Stop what you're doing and send them for me, please.
Yes, sir.
Again, write down, draw the diagrams, and then when you finish draw the diagrams, tell me what do they indicate. Describe them. Describe each graph. All right. Describe each graph. All right. Again, Tegan, what number you on?
Number 7.
Number 7. Okay, good. Number 7. And Paul, what number you on?
Number 7.
Number 7. Gilriana, what number you on?
I am on number 8.
Number 8, that's good. Say it again.
Can you put the screen on full? Please put the screen on full screen. I cannot see the numbers.
I can't. That's the best I could do.
I can see it now. Thank you.
No problem. All right. What number y'all on? Let me know.
Number 8, sir.
Number 8.
I'm on number 10.
Okay.
Number 9.
Okay. All right. Once you finish, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Once you finish your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, once you finish your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Okay, go ahead and take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, go ahead and take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Okay, so let's go ahead and answer these questions because we have to finish this up. So this one says, write an inequality that best describes each graph. For the first one, the answer is going to be, since it's shaded, right? It's going to be what? X is what? X is what? Greater than or equal to what? Talk to me, please. X is going to be greater than or equal to what?
10.
10. Very
10.
good. This one here is going to be X is definitely less than, it can't be equal to, less than. What is this? We have 8. Say it again. 9.
No.
Very good. 9. X is less than or equal to 9. Number 7. We have X is going to be what? Less than what? Less than 15, right? For number 8, we have X is going to be greater than what? Greater than 8. For number 9, we have X is going to be greater than negative 24. Negative 24. And then for number 10, we have X is going to be less than or equal to 3. If you got it right, please put a tick. Again, if you got it right, please put a tick. If you got it wrong, please put an X. Again, if you got it right, please put a tick. If you got it wrong, please put an X. All right. How many persons got these things right? Let me know how many persons got these things right. Let me
I
know.
did.
Chai, anyone else got them right? Only Chai? Anyone else got?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Okay. Anyone got one wrong?
I did.
I mean, I get all right.
I did.
Okay. Okay. Anyone got all right?
I did.
Okay. If you got all right, please put I inside the chat. Again, if you got all right, please put I inside the chat. If you got one wrong, again, if you got one wrong, please put Y. And if you got two wrong, please put N. I need you all to take a picture of your work, your math notes especially, and send them to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your math notes and send them to me via WhatsApp. Again, I need you to take a picture of your math notes and send them to me via WhatsApp. Right? All right. All right. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and answer these questions. Let's go ahead to English language. It's 8:03, so let's transition over to English language. Nevaeh, where's Nevaeh? Nevaeh Wallace. Nevaeh Wallace. Where's Nevaeh Wallace?
Good night, Mr. Petit. Can you send me the notes in the chat, please, so I can do them?
Yes, no, I can't send all of them. I can send a document to you. Okay, so you got all at once. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our English language class. Let me stop sharing and share again so you can see what we're going to be doing for English language. So for English language, we're going to be looking at, let me enable this. So, I don't think y'all could see my screen yet. Can y'all see my screen? Let me know if you could see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at point of view. Point of view, or what we call the narrator's perspective. All right, so we're going to be looking at point of view, or what we call the narrator's perspective. Okay, point of view. Okay, so let's head up properly. Today is going to be today is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Today is definitely Wednesday. Wednesday? Wow, Wednesday came so fast, right? What's that? Wow.
Yes.
It is the 27th of March, 2024. Our subject is, of course, um, our subject is, of course, um, our subject is, of course, English language. And our topic is narrator's point of view. Narrator's point of view. Now, Nevaeh, when we say narrator, who do we mean? When we say narrator, who are we talking to? Narrator. Who are we talking to? What do we mean by narrator? Nevaeh? Nevaeh Gordon?
Yes, sir.
When we say narrator, what do we mean?
When you say narrator, you are meaning person who is the person who is saying or who wrote the.
Very good. The person who is speaking. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else know what we mean by narrator? Who's the
The reader
narrator?
of the story.
The reader of the story? Hmm. The person who reads the story, or the person who, I understand what you mean, but it sounds like you're saying, it sounds like the person who's reading the story. If you understand what I'm saying. Like the person who reads the story to the
Yeah, like
audience.
yeah, so like the ones who tells the story.
Yeah, to the audience, yes. Right. That is the narrator. So the narrator's point of view, that's what we're gonna be talking about for today's class. So then the narrator could have different, or the narrator or the author. I know it says narrator, but we wanna not just talk about the narrator, but also the author. What type of point of view or perspective do they have, right? And so we're gonna be looking at the different perspectives that they could have. And you as narrators or writers or authors yourself, when you read inside the exam, knowing which point of view best suits, the particular situation that you are going to be in. All right. So let's go and define what we mean by a narrator. Let me move this, cloud drawings. So when we say the narrator, write this down for me, please. The narrator is the one who tells the story. Aliana, can you read this for me, please? Where's Aliana? Can I from Aliana?
Can I read it?
Go ahead, one.
Narrator, the one who tells the story. Characters, everyone else in the story.
Mm-hmm.
What's the narrator's position in the story? Or what is the narrator's point of view?
Point of view, very good. And Paul, can you read this for me? Paul.
Narrator, the one who tells the story. Characters, everyone else in the story.
What's the narrator's position in the story, or what is the narrator's point of view?
Very good. And you, Dawn, can you read this first slide? It is defining the narrator and the characters. Where's Hugh Dawn? Hugh Dawn, are you there? I can't hear from Hugh Dawn. Gilbriana, can you read this?
Yes, sir. Narrator, the ones who tells the story. Characters, everyone else in the story. What is the narrator position in the story? Or what is the narrator point of view?
Very good. So the one who tells the story is called what? The one who tells the story. What do we call them?
The narrator.
The narrator. Very good. And China, the everyone else in the story, what do we call them?
Characters.
The characters. Very good. The characters. Dion, where's Dion?
Unreal.
Can you read the definitions that's on the slide for me, please?
Narrator, the one who tells the story. Characters, everyone else in the story. What's the narrator position in the story, or what is the narrator's point of view?
Very good. So the narrator's position is the same thing as the narrator's point of view, right? So we need to understand what point of view the narrator is talking in, so that we can be able to better understand what they are saying. And even when we become narrators or writers, as we will be when we take our exams, then we would know what situation to use in the particular circumstance that we may find ourselves in. And Tegan, can you read the slide for me, please?
Yes, sir. Narrator, the one who tells the story. Characters, everyone else in the story. What's the narrator's position in the story, or what is the narrator's point of view?
Very good. What is the narrator's point of view? Thank you. Okay, good. Are we done with the slide? Can I move it? Let me know if I can move it, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So before I move it, Ajani, can you read this slide before I move it?
No.
I'm saying read the slide. Read the slide. That's what I'm saying. Read the slide.
Pardon me?
Read the slide. Read the slide. Read what's on the slide.
The narrator, the one who tells the story. Characters, everyone else in the story. What's the narrator's position in the story? Or what is the narrator's point of view?
Very good. Thank you. So I'm going to put this first slide inside the chat for those of you who do not have it. Okay, I'm going to put this first slide in now.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
Maybe excuse for a few minutes.
Yes, you can. Okay, so now when we say point of view, let's dive into get some more information of what we mean by point of view. So the first type of point of view that we have is going to be first person narration, or we say first person point of view. Okay, so here we have the story, we have the characters, and so by the way, draw this figure for me, please. So this is describing the first person narration. So in the first person narration, we have the story, right? And the narrator, right? The narrator is using I or we, right? That's what the narrator is using, all right? So the narrator is involved in the story. So whenever we have now the narrator or the writer using I or we, then we know that it is the first person narration, all right? Okay, so that is what first person narration is all about. Whenever the narrator is involved in the story. So, Kmar, where's Kmar? True or false? In the first person narration, is the narrator involved in the story? True or false?
True.
True. Very good. And Akiro, are you there? Where's Akiro? Akiro, are you there? I can't hear from Akiro. And Kingston. Where's Kingston?
Yes, sir.
True or false? For first person narration, the narrator is not involved in the story. True or false?
That's false.
That's false. Why you say false?
Because the narrator is involved in the story because it's first person.
Very good, because it's first
He's
person.
telling the story.
Very good. They're telling the story. Is anyone can answer what pronouns are used when we're talking about the first person? What pronouns are used in the first person point narration? Anyone can answer? What pronouns are used?
I or we.
I and we. Very good. So for first person narration, we use I and we use we. Aaliyah, where's Aaliyah store?
Yes, sir.
For first person narration, what pronouns can we use for first person narration?
I and we.
I and we. Very good. Is Angel there? Where's Angel? Angel, are you there?
Yes, sir.
True or false? When it comes to first person narration, the narrator is not involved in the story. Is that true or is that false?
False.
That is false. Why are you saying that's false?
Because the narrator is involved in the story.
Very good, because the narrator is involved in the story. And Chai, where's Chai? Chai, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Can you remind me what we mean by the narrator? What do we mean by the narrator?
It is the person that tells the story.
Very good. And what do we mean by the characters? What do you mean by the characters? So narrator,
Everyone else.
everyone else. Very good. The narrator tells the story, and the characters is going to be everyone else. Good. Okay, and Dion, where's Dion? Okay, Dion, can you hear me?
Yes, very good.
Good. For first person narration, what pronouns do we use for first person narration? I can't hear you. What pronouns do we use?
I
or we. Very good.
I or we.
You sound muffled. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay,
That's
good.
what you there with the airport.
Oh, you have the headphones on. Okay, Hugh Don, are you there, Hugh Don?
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Did you send in the work from yesterday?
I did.
Really? Where did you send it? Off your mommy phone?
Off of my phone.
I don't see it. I don't see your notes, Hugh Don. No. No, no, I don't have your work. What you need to do is you need to send it again.
I'll send it again.
And Jaleel, remind us again what do we mean by the narrator and the characters? Jaleel.
The narrator is the one who tells the story, and the characters is everyone else.
Characters are everyone else. Very good. Okay, good. So for first person narration, the narrator is involved in the story. So they're gonna use I or we, right? I went to the ice cream parlor. I went to gather the marbles that were lost, right? We went out to the museum, right? So I or we, that's first person narration, or that's writing in the first person. where you have the story and the narrator is involved in it, right? That's the first person. Now, that's a point of view that the narrator can tell the story in, okay? Or that a person or an author can write the story in, okay? Are we done with the slide? Let me know if we're done with the slide, please. Let me know if we're done with the
Yes,
slide.
sir.
Okay. Okay, good. Is there only one person done with the slide? Let me know if the rest.
I'm
I'm done.
Okay, good. I have
I
posted.
finished.
Good. I've posted the first and second slide inside the chat for our benefit. Let's actually give some examples, right? So, first person. So I'm gonna ask Gilbriana to read this. First person tells me. By the way, write this down, please. Again, write this down. Go ahead, Gilbriana, read this for me.
First person tells me or my story. Example, I went to the store with my friends. The clerk said hi. We bought candy and left. Who is telling the story? In first person, the narrator is I or we.
Very good. So I or we are telling the story, all right? Good. So first person is when we use I or we in telling the story. Very good. Thank you, Gilbriana. And you, Dawn, can you read this for me? Again, you, Dawn, can you read the slide?
First person tells me or my story. Example, I went to the store with my friend. The clerk said hi. We bought candy and left. Who's telling the story in first person? The narrator is I or we.
Very good. Thank you for that. And next person, I need Dia. Dia, can you hear me? Where's Dia? Where's Dia? Dia Gibson, can you hear me? Okay, do what Dia says. Dia says she can hear me. Okay, good. Do you understand so far? The first person point of view, Dia? I don't want to let you on me. Okay. Um, and okay, you do. Evanice, where's Evanice? Can you hear me? Evanice, are you there? Where's
Yes,
Evanice?
sir.
Okay, good. Can you read the slide for me, please? Describe in the first person.
First person tells me why. First person tells me or my story. Example, I went to the store with my friend. The clerk said hi. We bought candy and left.
Mm-hmm.
Who
Go
is
ahead.
telling the story? In the first person, the narrator is I or we.
Very good. In the first person, the narrator is I or we. Jaleel. Where's Jaleel?
Yeah, so
When we're writing in the first person, who is the narrator? Who is telling the story in the first person?
narrator is I.
Say it again, I can't hear you.
The narrator is I or we.
Very good. The narrator is I or we. Where's Jeremy? Jeremy Lines. Where are you, Jeremy? Jeremy, where's Jeremy?
Yes, sir.
When we're writing in the first person, who is telling the story?
Repeat the question again, sir.
When we're writing in the first person, who is telling the story?
The narrator.
Yeah, we know the narrator is telling the story in all the persons, but who is telling the story? Like, what pronouns are going to be used?
We.
We and what
No.
else?
Me or my. No, my.
I or we, right? And so me or my, you have that being used as well. So in the first person, right? In the first person, true or false? Is the narrator involved in the story in the first person? Jeremy, is the narrator involved in the story? Jeremy. Hello, Jeremy, I'm talking to you. Is the narrator involved in the story for the first person?
Yes, sir.
Say it again.
I say yes, sir.
Okay, good. You're right. Indeed. For the first person, the narrator is going to be involved in the story. Who is telling the story in the first person? One. Who is telling the story?
The narrator, which is I or we.
The narrator, which is I or we. Very good. And Casey, where's Casey? Casey Hamilton.
Yes, I'm ready.
For the first person, who is telling the story in the first person?
I or we.
I or we. Very good. I or we. And where's Kema? Kema, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Can you read this first slide for me, please? First person tells me.
First person tells me or my story. Example, I went to the store with my friend. The clerk said, "Hi." We bought candy and left. Who is telling the story? In first person, the narrator is I or we.
Very good. In the first person, the narrator is I or we. Where's Kiajane Bethel? Are you there? Where's Kiajane?
Yes.
Can you read this first slide, the slide for me?
First person tells me or my story. Example, I went to the store with my friends. The clerk said hi. We bought candy and left. Who is telling the story? In first person, the narrator is I or we.
Very good. In first person, the narrator is I or we. Okay. All right. Please write down the slide. Are we done with the slide? Can I move it? Let me know if I could move it. Again, let me know if I could move the
Yes, sir.
slide.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay, so far, what do we know? We know who the narrator is and who is the narrator. Can someone tell me who the narrator is?
I or we.
I mean in
I
general. In general, who is the narrator? Who is the narrator in
The
general?
person who is reading the story.
The person who's reading the story, the person who's telling the story. Very good. And who is the characters? Or who are the characters? The characters are going to be what?
Other persons in the story.
Everyone else, all right? Now, one type of narration or point of view that we talk about is what? We just did it.
First person.
The
First person.
the first person point of view. In the first person, what are some examples of the pronouns that are used in the first person?
Me or my.
Very good. I or we is going to be used because they're going to be involved in the story. Okay, let's move on to the next type of point of view that we have. And that's going to be the second person narration. Second person narration. Now, for the second person narration, again, please draw this figure. For the second person, the reader's actions are narrated for the second person. So it's going to be talking about you, the reader. You, the reader. So for the first person, it's saying I. This is what I did. I went to the store. I opened the door. I watched TV. Me and my friends bought a vehicle. Like we went to the museum. We went to Fusion to watch the new Kung Fu Panda, right? That's what we did, right? Um, that is first person. Now, when we're talking about the second person is going to be you, the reader, right? You, the reader. What did you did, right? You went to the movies. You watched television. You read a book. You did your homework, right? What did you do, right? So the reader's actions are going to be narrated. That's the second person, all right? And then we have characters, if there are any characters, if any, all right? But you are the star of the show. And so the person is writing the story in terms of you, right? So for example, I don't know if y'all remember I don't know if y'all remember what do we call it? The passage that we had where it asks the question, should 16-year-olds get a driver's license? Anyone remember That particular story? I don't know if y'all remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, should a 16-year-old get a driver's license? Now, if you said 16-year-old should not get a driver's license, and then you begin to say, if you get a driver's license, you will end up crashing your mother's car. You will end up, driving inappropriately and on the road, right? You will make bad decisions if you get a driver's license. That narrator is talking in the second person because they're saying that's what you will do, right? That's what the reader will do, right? If they got a driver's license. That's not the best way to talk about that story because you don't know the age of the person, right? So you can't say you will do this, you will do that, you will do that. So for that particular essay, you can't talk in the second person. You can't say you must do this, you must do that, or no, like you don't know who the person is. So there are instances when the second person will work, but just know that the second person is when the reader's actions are going to be narrated. What did the reader do? All right. So the narrator isn't involved in this in this particular story. The narrator is not involved. Your actions are going to be what is demonstrated, what is talked about. Okay. So for Myla, where's Myla? Myla, are you there? For the second person, true or false? True or false? For second person, the narrator is involved in the story. For the second person, true or false? I can't hear you, Myla.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, a little better. True or false?
True.
Let me say it again. True or false? For the second person, the narrator, right? The narrator is involved in the story for the second person. Is that true or is that false?
True.
Say it again.
True.
How is that true? This is the second person. Is the narrator going to be involved in the story?
He won't be narrating the story, but he'll be involved.
No, not involved. Oh boy. When we say involved, we mean that he is doing the actions in the story, right?
Oh, then in that case, no, sir.
No,
False.
exactly. False. Say again, true or false? But for the second person, the reader's actions are narrated. True or false?
True.
True, very good. And Joseph, where's Joseph? Joseph Kalma. Where's Joseph?
Yes, sir.
For the second person, the reader's actions are narrated. Is that true or is that false? For the
No,
second,
that's true.
that's true. Very good for the second person. Veronique, where's Veronique? Where's Veronique?
Yes, sir.
Do you have time to stay back a few moments after class?
Yes, sir. I'm at work, but I'll scratch it.
Okay. And then we have, who else? Shekinah Kalma, where's Shekinah? Where's Shekinah Kalma? I can't hear from Shekinah. Samantha, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the second person, true or false? Is the narrator involved, actively involved in the story for the second person?
True.
No, that's false. For the second person, the narrator is not going to be involved, right? The reader's actions are narrated, okay? the writers. The writer, the reader's actions are narrated, okay? That's for the second person. You understand me, Samantha?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right, can I move on from this slide? Let me know.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, so that's the second person. Let me put this inside the chat so that persons who do not have it can take advantage of it and can write it down. So the first person, in the first person, we use I, me, my, and we. For the second person, we use you because the reader's actions are being narrated. So let me give you some examples. So for this one, we have so the second person tells your story, okay, your story. And I would like for Nevaeh Gordon, can you read this slide for me about the second person? Nevaeh Gordon, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Second person tells your story. Example, you stayed up late last night and now you're tired, but you need to pass this class. From whose perspective is the story told? In second person, the perspective of you is narrated. It is mainly used for instructions or direction.
Very good. Thank you. And Kyle, where's Kyle? Where's Kyle?
Right, yes, sir.
Can you read the slide about the second person?
For those who perspective as the story told. In second person, the perspective of view is narrated. It is mainly used for instruction or directions.
Very good. And Mark, where's Mark?
Yes, sir.
Can you read the second person, the slide for me?
Or from whose
Second person tells your story. Start from here.
I know to say that word.
No, start from here. Second person.
Perspective.
Start from the top. Second person tells your story.
Second person tells your story. Example, you stayed up late last night and now you're tired, but you need to pass this class. From whose
perspective
is this story told? In second person, this perspective of view is narrated. It is mainly used for instructions or directions.
Very good. So for the second person, it's talking about you, what you did. You stayed up last night. You're tired. You need to pass this class. I'll say, for example, you're giving someone directions, right? So you need to turn to this corner. You need to make a right. You need to go west, or you need to go north on Soldier Road. Like it's the second person is telling your story, what you need to do or what you did. Okay? Do you all understand that? Let me know if you all understand the difference between this first
Yes.
person and the second person. Let
Yes,
me
sir.
see.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
All right. Go ahead, Jeremy. Go ahead, Jeremiah. Read this for me, please. Jeremiah, where's Jeremiah?
Sir?
Jeremiah, not Jeremy, Jeremiah. Where's Jeremiah? Is Jeremiah here? Okay, can't hear from Jeremiah. Nevaeh Wallace, where's Nevaeh Wallace? Where's Nevaeh Wallace? Are you there? Where's Nevaeh Wallace? Can't hear from Nevaeh. Where's Myla? Myla, are you there? Myla, where's Myla? I don't know if y'all trying to talk, but I can't hear you. Then we have Paul. Where's Paul?
Yes, sir.
Can you read the slide for me, please? Second person.
Second person tells your story. Example, you stayed up late last night and now you're tired, but you need to pass this class. From whose perspective is the story told? In second person, the perspective of you is narrated. It is mainly used for the instruction or the lesson.
Thank you. And Samantha, where's Samantha?
Yes, sir.
What pronoun is often used for the second person? A pronoun is often used for the second person.
You or your?
Very good. You. So it's referring to what the person did, right?
Mr. Petit, shouldn't I
Go
say
ahead.
in the second person, perspective, the perspective of you or your is narrated?
When we say you, we encompass that, right? Because you still have let's say it, you know what I mean? So we're talking about what you did, all right? So we don't have to include that there. But I understand what you're saying.
Also,
All right, go ahead. So what I'm gonna do, can we move on from the slide? Let me know if we can move on.
yes,
Um,
sir.
Yes, sir.
okay. Does anyone know the last point of view that we have? So we have first person, second person.
Third person.
What's the last one?
Third person.
Third person.
Third
Very,
person point of view.
very good. Third person point of view. And so for third person point of view, write this down for me, please. The narrator is outside of the story. So for the third person point of view, the narrator is outside of the story. Okay. So you have the characters he, she, they. So you use he, she, they, it. All right. So the narrator is outside of the story. Okay. No I is used. No, not I went to the mall. Went shopping. I went to the movies. No, not that. It's not you. It's not you went to Fusion and watched the new Dune 2. Not you. It is he, what he did, what she did, and what they did, or what it did. All right. And the third person narration is the best or the best type of point of view to use whenever you're doing your essays, especially if it's an expository essay, or especially if it's an essay where you have to persuade someone, right? Or persuade if it's an expository essay, if it's a persuasive essay, if it's an argumentative essay, those three essays in particular, you need to use the third person. So you are going to be outside of the story. Third person is the best one because it makes you seem more objective and makes you seem less biased. All right. So you want to master the third person, and every time you're writing argumentative essays, essays that require to JPRs, stuff like that, every time you're writing those sort of stuff, you want to make sure that you are in the third person. Okay. So for the third person, the narrator is outside of the story. We use he, we use he, she, we use it, we use they. All right. That's what they did. That's what an individual should do. All right. Um, right. So we're talking about others. We're pretending that we're not a part of the story. Okay. So that's the third person narration. Okay. That's third person narration. So write this down for me, please. As we wind down, we have one more slide to go. Okay, so that's the third person narration. Okay. And China, true or false, for the third person narration, is the narrator outside of the story? China.
True.
True, very good, true. And Tegan, for the third person narration, what pronouns are appropriate?
He, she, and
I can't hear you. You made your mic so quick.
he, she, and they.
He, she, and they, and it. Very good. Thank you. Where is uh where is Jaleel? Where's Jaleel? Can you hear me, Jaleel?
Yes, sir.
Okay. True or false? For the third person, it tells for the third person, the narrator is outside of the story for the third person.
True.
True, very good. True. All right. Okay. Can I move on from this? Let me know if I can move on.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, good.
Yes. So
Okay, good. All right. I think I already put this inside the chat. So let's explain this. What we mean by the third person narration. I need you, Dawn. Can you read this for me, please? The third person narration.
Third third person tells his or her story. Also will refer to characters by name. Example: Chris loved basketball. Every day he played after school. When it got dark, he watched it on TV.
Mhm.
From whose perspective is the story told? In third person, the perspective of he or she is narrated.
Very good. Thank you. You Don, very good reading. And where's Aliana? Where's Aliana? Aliana, are you there? Can't hear from Aliana. China, can you read this slide?
Yes, sir. Third person tells his or her story. Also refer to characters by name. Example, Chris loved basketball. Every day he played after school. When it got dark, he watched it on TV. From whose perspective is the story told? In the third person, in the perspective of he or she is narrated.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. And what else do we need? And then we have one. Can you read this for me, please?
Third person tells his or her story. Also would refer to characters by name. Example, Chris loved basketball. Every day he played after school. When it got dark, he watched it on TV. From whose perspective is the story told? In third person, the perspective of he or she is narrated.
Thank you. All right, what I want you all to write inside the chat, I need you to write this inside the chat, please. I need you to write a sentence in the first person. Write a sentence in the first person. Remember, for first person, we use I, we use my, we use we. So I, we, my, myself, any one of those can be used. So I need you to write a sentence in the first person. I need you to write that inside the chat for me, please. Write a sentence in the first person. Go ahead, Gilbriana, can you read the third person?
Yes, sir. Third person tells his or her story. Also will refer to the characters by name. Example, Chris loves basketball. Every day he played after school. When it got dark, he watched it on TV. From whose perspective is the story told? In third person, the perspective of he or her is narrated.
Very good, thank you. So for the third person, we are going to use he, she, his, her, they, any one of these. But I need you right now inside of the chat to write down a sentence in the first person. In the first person, Tegan, I walked to the store. Paul, I love math. Jeremy, me and my friends went to Fusion on his birthday. Jaleel, I went to the store to purchase a bottle of milk. Bethany, I walk home from school today. Juan, I bought a brand new car today. Letitia, my head hurts. You don't. I got the spoons and forks dirty. I got the dirty spoons and forks out of my room. Nevea, shouldn't we go to the bathroom before class? Very good. Veronique, I love myself. Very good. Gilbriana, I bought a pair of shoes. China, we bought ice cream. Those are sentences written in the first person. Very good. Very good. Now I need you all to write sentences in the second person. In the second person. Put it inside the chat for me, please. I need to write sentence in the second person. Remember, the second person is written with you. So you stayed up all night. You washed the dishes. You should turn left on the red light. You should head north as you approach Kingsway Academy, right? You should or you can say you went or you did or you will, right? So I need to write down sentences inside the second person. Second person. Mom told you to go to bed last night. Very good. You don't. You need to go to sleep. Very good. You are just making plans for your vacation. Very good, Bethany. And you are going to a trip if you don't tie your shoes. You are going to trip if you don't tie your shoes. Very good. You need to go to study. You won $1 million. You went to the island today. Can you please stop what you're doing right now and make Tommy a bottle? Very good. You should be more responsible. Very good. Gilbriana, do not use that you. Use Y-O-U. Because in the exam, you might do the same thing. Chai, you should be more active. Kiajane, you need to pee and go to bed. Tegan, you went everywhere except for school. Veronique, you are so smart. Very good. Those are sentences in the second person. All right. And finally, I need you to write sentences in the third person. It, they, she, he, his, her, right? Or you might mention somebody name, right? Stephen Curry is the best three-point shooter in the world, right? You might say, you might talk about a person, right? He was a bad person, right? That's one that Paul says, all right? So write down these sentences in the third person. Jay wanted to play basketball. They went to the island today. Very good. All right, Denzel Washington is the one best, is one is one is one is one the best is one of the best actors alive today. Raquel fell in class today. Very good. They were fighting. She didn't say Miss Anderson was going to check the homework. Very good. Ronnie Butler made a new song today. Jason just left the door unlocked. They went to the island today. Jay wanted to play basketball. Very good. These are all sentences in the third person. Very good. All right, excellent. Once you are finished writing these notes, once you're finished writing these notes and taking a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp, you can leave. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Then you can go. Again, make sure to take a picture of your work and send it to me. Then you can leave. All right, have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you on tomorrow.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night. Good night. Have a wonderful evening.
Excuse me, sir.
Good night.
Go ahead,
Good
Jai.
night.
Go ahead, Jai.
Could you go back to the second person notes?
Second person. Yes, yes, Veronique. Oh yeah, I wanted to go over your thing that you sent me.
Which one?
The
Thank you.
the the one about the slaves. Do you have time for us to talk about that now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Let me give me one moment. All right, good. So you could write a lot, but you know that?
Listen, I feel like that's my problem. Like I run on too much.
Well, the good part about that is that you're explaining it. So, I would say continue doing that, but it's only on 150 words. So
Oh, I went over.
then that's that. But what I'd say is it's better for you, especially at this level, to explain because then I know exactly what you're thinking. So when it comes to, I think the only thing I'd say with your stuff is that because you're good, because you could write a lot, you just have to know what to write. And I think that's why I just have to show you what to write, like what are they talking about. So for example, when they say techniques, they are talking about things like flashback, things like diction and emotive words, things like symbolism, things like irony, paradox, like things like humor, sarcasm, repetition, characterization, those sort of things, right? And what I saw you did was you use techniques that are, I don't want to say irrelevant, but they are not as like they're not the most important things, like the ones that you mentioned. You see what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that the ones that you use, and I'm gonna send you a list of them. So you want to make sure the ones that you pick out are like the main ones, like the ones that they want to hear, right? And you also
I
want
have
to
a question.
go ahead, go ahead.
I have a question. Which year that was again? That
2013.
one. 2013.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't know if my brain just was tired, but I couldn't find. I couldn't find. It was hard for me to find techniques because really and truly, I don't remember all.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's the problem.
What I'm going to do is I am going to send you all of the techniques that you could find inside of that. All
Yeah,
right.
please.
I'm gonna send you that so you could like see what it is.
Uh-huh.
But and the other
Excuse me,
thing
Mr.
that you
Vicky.
didn't do, yes, Mark,
You could slide over to the
to the
second
third,
person. No,
third
the
verse.
second person.
What? Let me go over
Background.
to what? This one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So, let me just give you an example of one.
No,
So,
sir. The next one, the diagram.
oh, the diagram. You wanna go? Let me go diagram. Okay. Um. So the next thing that you didn't do is that you just listed it, right? You're not supposed to just list it. So when you are explaining a particular technique, you have to show how how it how it is involved in what the writer is overall is saying in general. So like for example, if you say the writer use a metaphor, you quote the metaphor, right? You have to explain what the metaphor mean and what the writer was trying to say by using that metaphor. You can't
You
just say,
know,
go
you
ahead.
know where I get that from.
Uh-huh.
I could literally show you in my book where I used to go to the lady at GHS.
Mm-hmm.
That's how she had us, like that's how she had us doing it. So
Just
I
list
thought
it
it was
off.
correct.
Just
Yeah,
list it
like
off.
if you use like if you use simile or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and you put in quotations, like you know, put it there and be like you find an example of simile in the passage.
Mm-hmm.
Like she would have you list it off and then you move on to the next one.
But they say,
So I thought that was correct.
okay, let me show you. Now, okay, I'm reading from the actual, what should I call it? The solutions manual that they gave the person's marking this particular paper, and they have three things mentioned. Number one, appreciate how the writer uses language. Number two, identify the techniques, which you did. You did identify it. Then the third point, which you didn't mention at all, is comment on the effect of it. Like what is, you see what I'm saying? So you can't just say that the person used the metaphor. Like what what does the metaphor even mean? Like, and what is the writer trying to say through it? That's a part of it. Okay. We're not saying run on, but like show us you understand what it's talking about. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So for example, some figures of speech you could have say was when they say throwing off the mask. That's not literal. Freedom was in the air. That's not literal. Um, freedom had been freedom had been thrown on the slaves, right? Like it's saying that freedom is thrown on the slave. Like you can't throw freedom. You know what I mean?
No.
So what is they try what are they trying to say? They're just she's just basically trying to convey that it was abrupt. Like they wasn't even ready for it. You know what I mean?
So the part where it says freedom was in the air?
No, when it says freedom had been thrown on the slaves,
Which line that is?
that has to be we have to look into that. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. Okay, freedom is in the air. The fair. You know, should I attend? The one where they said freedom in air, that's the first paragraph. We ain't talking about that, talking about where it says freedom had been thrown on the slaves. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, look at that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, where is that, man? I know it's in here, but oh, okay, good. Um, where's that line, man? You have the story in front of you?
Yeah, I look it out.
Okay. Freedom had been thrown on the slaves. Um, gosh. Probably a good one we could
Well,
have.
you guys wear glasses, but I see it.
Do something. I don't want to take up all the time. What I could do is I'll show you point the exact line the way where I got it from, where I got it from. But even freedom was in the air. Like that is a figure of speech. When they say freedom is in there, obviously they don't literally mean that freedom is in the air because freedom can't literally freedom can't be in the air literally, right? So what is that? What is that trying to say? It's basically trying to say that there was an expectation for freedom. Like it was in their hearts. They knew that they were soon going to be free and they was looking forward to that particular time. All right. And so when they say freedom is in the air, it just refers to just the general atmosphere that was surrounding the slaves and what they were in anticipation for. right? What they was looking forward to. And even though they had been expecting it, comes to find out it wasn't the best thing for them, right? So when we say explain it a little, like talk about like why the writer said freedom is in there. What does that mean? After you already say, okay, yeah, this is a metaphor, this is a personification. What did the writer use it? So you can say the writer used this technique to demonstrate to the readers the atmosphere surrounding the slaves, or to demonstrate the great anticipation that the slaves had for freedom, right? So
Oh, so like that.
so it don't have to be long. Just after you already state the technique and you say, okay, the writer used this technique to blah 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 blah, and then move on. You know what I mean? But you have to comment on the effect it had. All right.
Okay, so but I just was listening
But you just was listening, and
and moving on.
yeah, listen and moving on. That's the only problem. Um, so stuff like the music, even the swing low swing chariot,
Uh-huh.
that's the use of music, a song or hymn. You could have mentioned that. All right.
Oh wow.
Yeah. The use of symbolism, for example, she talk about the mass, right? And the mass symbolizes their pretense that they were happy with their enslaved state and didn't dream or speak of freedom. The
You say the
mask,
mask?
the mask, the mask can be found in let me see. She talk about the mask. Uh, okay, this is Cooper, right? Thank you. Okay, she talk about the mask. Well, I think that's in the second paragraph. Yeah, it says, now they gradually threw off the mask and were not afraid to let it be known the freedom in their songs meant freedom of the body and the world. Because remember, initially, they didn't want to show that they wanted to be free, right?
No.
So the mask, when you say now they gradually threw off the mask. What mask she talking about? That's not she ain't talking about a literal mask. She uses the mask as a symbol to represent their state of being afraid and you know and just afraid of what the masters would think of them if they, would share their expression of how they wanted to be free. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So just stuff like that you could use, you know what I mean? You could also talk
So
about
you say that would be,
say it
you say
again.
that would be symbolism?
That would be symbolism. Yeah, that would be symbolism. The mask is a symbol, all right, of what they're trying to cover up, right? And then you have the whole irony of the text. Like this is a great one. I'm surprised you didn't mention it. Um, the great irony and paradox of the text is that you know what I mean by irony, right?
No.
When something is ironic, it's like, for example, you go to the doctor, right? And
Mm-hmm.
you go to the doctor for him to help you with a sickness, comes to find out all two y'all have the same sickness and he don't know what to do, right?
Oh, okay.
So that's ironic because you would expect that the doctor know what he doing. But then when you go to
Mm-hmm.
him, like you know more than the doctor, that's an ironic situation, right? Or a paradoxical situation. So what's the irony of the text? The irony of the text is that what they wanted for so long, when they finally get it,
It's the opposite.
exactly. That is, but if you did say that, that'd have been like, whoa, boom, that's a bombshell. Like this girl know what you're talking about. That is something that you cannot miss. The irony of the text, that's the whole theme of it. Like they, and even us, the reader, we was like, boy, yes, finally they get freedom. It's like, oh, shoots. Like I
But
know
like
they.
even when I was reading it,
Uh-huh.
it kind of played with my mind too, because I was like, hold on, these people want freedom now. That's freedom. Now,
Exactly.
y'all don't want to leave the master.
Exactly,
Y'all
right?
don't figure ways to go back to their slaves.
Exactly. So, um, you know, uh, also the repetition of the word freedom.
Yeah, I should have seen that.
Yeah, she used that a lot, right? So that's a big theme there, that you want. So stuff like, so when I was a student, I used to memorize certain things. I'd be like, okay, I could sure go to these ones.
Mm-hmm.
Repetition you could use. They like to bring that a lot. Repetition, irony, metaphor, simile, those four, and symbolism. They like to bring them. And then You could also use like imagery, like
Mhm.
sensory details. So for example, when we talk about sensory details, we're talking about stuff that appeals to our senses. And we use them, sensory details, to bring the story to life, right? So for example, she talk about the wild scenes of ecstasy. She talk about the mother's tears, right? What is she trying to do with those things? She's trying to move the
Make you
writer,
envision.
yeah, make you envision it, right? Those things,
Mhm.
that's exactly what they're looking for when they ask you to give them the um techniques. So they want you to mention those sort of things, all right? Like I said, I'm going to give you the whole list and also the examples in each case so that you could be able
Mhm.
to have it and be able to know exactly what they're talking about, all right?
Oh, when given techniques, you are to, first of all, find the technique,
Identify
uh,
technique, yes.
identify the technique, and explain what the writer was trying to say.
Explain what the writer
When
trying to accomplish. Exactly, exactly. Or, and you
Mhm.
can also comment on what effect it has on the reader too, you know?
Mhm.
You don't have to run on just one or two extra lines extra to,
Mhm.
kind of explain it a bit, just so they can know that, hey, she's not just copying and pasting. She knows what she's talking about. All right. She understand what is being explained. All right. Um,
Okay.
life before we came and after. Um, so based on the information presented, explain the conclusion that can be drawn about the distinct ways in which people's lives were different and are limited before society became a highly technological one. Um, this is even better for our time because this was in 2013. Um, even for us, it's way better. Like how you mentioned podcasts, Netflix, and stuff like that. Um, but there are several key areas that you could talk about distinctly, right? And I just gonna you mentioned it here and there. You did. Honestly, you did. But I thought you could do a better job in it seemed like you did it as it came to mind. Like you didn't like think about um exactly which ones you're talking about. I think it felt like as you was writing, it came to your mind, and you did
Mhm.
mention some of them. But several things, like at least seven things could change. Number one, communication. So handwriting letters versus today, what we do now, right?
Mhm.
The next one is socialization. So communication is one, then socialization is another one. So we used to visit people face to face. Now we could do virtual meetings. The next
Um,
one is education. You could used to physically go to school campuses in pursuit of education, but now obviously we could do Zoom classes. The fourth one is entertainment. So we were limited in entertainment options. So you had to go to the cinema to watch certain things, or you had to go to the nightclub, or but now you don't have to go and do them stuff. You could have entertainment inside your own home. Um, uh, it's a difference that may be overlooked. Persons may not even see this, but privacy of lives, right?
that's true.
Um, before we actually had privacy, now today's days you don't have no privacy, right?
No.
Um, I saw that Taylor Swift, um, she went on a vacation with Travis Kelce, and they have literal pictures of her on the. It's like she don't have no privacy. You know what I mean? Like, so
Oh.
with the advent of these things, you lose privacy. Um, how much that is? One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay, the sixth one would be political awareness. So, for example, we highly relied on um, the newspaper, the press to get all the information. Now,
Mhm.
like we find out that they's lied us and false media, and now like because of these different media outlets coming off from on YouTube and stuff, you can get information readily. You can look up stuff for your own self. Then we
Mhm.
become more aware of certain things. All right. Um, and shopping is another one. Uh, obviously we had the drive. Now you could. I think you mentioned that inside the thing. Um,
I think I mentioned online
You
stuff.
talk about online stuff, e-commerce and stuff.
Mm.
And romantic relationships mean I'm gonna send you the whole list so you could see it.
Okay.
Because I don't know how much time you have, and I don't wanna you know, go too long. So I'm gonna send you the whole list on stuff that you could have mentioned in that, and you could have get more points. All right. And then I thought your speech was very nice. You sounded like a real presenter. I don't know if you was present.
Really? I rushed through that speech.
Yeah, you sounded like a real speech person. Um, uh, I just felt that what they say, present ideas from both passages. Um, don't be afraid to use both passages. All right.
Okay.
So, especially because it says you are, as Kino said, reminding them of the different ways that in which they are free, and especially when explaining the responsibilities which come with each. Like talking about, the slaves and how they like the responsibility that came out when they actually figured like, bro, we had to be free and stuff like that. You
Yeah.
know, so um, so ways in which they are free. Well, they are free today. You have the freedom to earn money, right? So obviously today you could earn money through various sources, and you talk about that in the essay. Now, what are some responsibilities that comes with the freedom to earn money on your own? Well, you have to make sensible decisions about managing that money that you earn, right? You can't go about spending it recklessly like we see many stars do, right? The next thing is we have freedom of movement, right? They didn't have that back in the day. They had to been instructed by their masters, right? So so now since we have the freedom to move as we have, what is the responsibility that comes with that? Well, you shouldn't invade the space of others. Even though you have the freedom of movement, you can't invade people's space. All right. So
No.
notice that with each freedom I mention a responsibility that comes with that freedom. So think about it like that. Like when you mention the freedom, talk about the responsibility that comes with the freedom as well. All right. So that you could maximize on the points that we're talking about. And then the freedom to own your own home or own a property. Obviously, they didn't have that back in those days, especially from passage A.
No.
So obviously with that comes mortgage, with that comes keeping the property clean, with that comes, making sure that you upkeep it and maintenance and stuff like that. Then we have the freedom to associate with people as we please. But the danger that comes with that is because you have a lot of persons who do weird stuff. So you don't want to endanger yourselves with others who are not going to be, you know, sound and mature and stuff like that. And then we have freedom of speech, and the responsibility that comes with the freedom of speech is obviously, we have to be careful of the things that we say. So there's a lot of things, there's a lot more that I could talk about, but I just want to, get you in the mode of thinking about how to answer these questions, as you move forward. All right. So like I said, I'll send you this document so you could have it, so you could go back and go over it. And that video I sent you, that video was me explaining the first one we did, the very first one, the very first paper. I don't know if you got a chance to watch that video. The first one, when one you did in the classroom before the second one, the paper, the paper 3. So I sent that video just explaining how to answer it and some sample answers that I
That was the
prepared.
paper 3.
That was the paper 3. Yeah. So whenever you have your spare
No, I
time,
didn't get a chance to do it, so I could look
yeah,
at it.
yeah, definitely look at that, and that definitely will give you more understanding of how to answer these questions and what they're looking for. All right.
Yeah, so
Are you gonna able to come to Sunday classes? I know you're so busy.
Sunday they had me working overtime again along. I ain't into that because I done miss out all kind of days, so I
Okay.
can come Sunday.
You come Sunday. Okay, no problem.
Yes.
Anything in particular you want me to look at that you don't feel comfortable with? Um,
I can look at the video
mm,
and try look over it.
and then from
But
there,
that I feel like with the techniques thing, I need to understand that a bit more because the
okay,
way I was taught it was incorrect.
okay, like how to really explain techniques and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. All right then,
Thank you.
no problem. Have a good evening, and I'll see you on Sunday if you're able to make it, because I know work is be so
I
chaotic.
come in. No, I can be there. Thank you.
No problem. Have a wonderful evening.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Bye. How are you doing? How are you? Did they hear your voice? Glad that you are alive. What I do? What I do? Something happened. What was speaking at the? But that'll be the first. That'll be the first week. We have a break from classes. Mr. Petit, what happened to you? Okay, 40 days of mourning, bro. 40 days of mourning. 40 days. Thank you. Let's leave it at that. Real. Sometimes I wish like just if something can happen, like, people might love is just like actually we can go, let's go together, like because you know we like I know right like right if we go and fly with the angels, shoot. Why you wanna go by yourself? Why? Yeah. Real, real, real. Right. Fighting for the obvious, bro. Fighting for the obvious. Anyway, let me ask you the main question for the night. Question number one. Do you have your soda ready? You have your soda in the queue? Huh? Okay then. You know, such in the night. You know, such in the night. Me with my no soda night.